had to go do it because if I can share my screen, I'm going to teach you guys this. It's insane.
Okay, I think we're live, Suze.
Okay. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. I'm Suze. I'm back. I'm sorry. Not Robbie or Robin. You get me again. So hopefully that's okay. So we're going to start off with wins like we didn't do yesterday. So let's go with some wins. But also, I want to know what you guys did with yesterday's dare. I would love if you just took 2 seconds and just said, what kind of drama did you create? I would love to hear so we can have other ideas for like next week for other people to do that because it really did work. I did 2 different ones. I did one on my personal, one on my business, and they both blew up all crazy because I don't like raisins and I don't like pineapple on pizza. And a lot of people love those things. And so people have opinions. Anyway, so let's hear it.
Suze, we cannot be friends any longer.
That's what I said to Tori.
Pineapple on pizza and no raisins.
You know what though? I actually had pineapple and like jalapeno on a pizza once, and I wasn't mad about it because that was good. But I got that from Bill. Bill put like, I love pineapple on pizza. So then I just took his and did the opposite. Thank you, Bill, for your inspiration.
You're welcome. It was
That
fun.
was
That was the funnest dare ever, I think.
Really, really was. Okay.
Apparently I like controversy. That's what
I thought it was kind of fun because at first I was a little like, do I like controversy? Do I really want to stir up?
It was a fun way to do it.
But it's a fun way to do it. And I think that's the sweet spot. Yep. To find something that's not going to be like really hurting people's feelings, you know, or something like that, you know, like I'm not going to go in and be like, you know, something religious or political, because I think that could really lead to not great feelings. Anyway.
I think food is the safest thing for that because it's like people are very opinionated about their food, but they don't get hurt if someone else doesn't love the same food that they do. It's like such a low key way, but it's like fun to get passionate about something that's just kind of inconsequential.
Yeah, we're allowed to have different taste buds. We're just not allowed to have different opinions about other things.
Yep. It's so true. Okay, Shelly says she posted hers, included some humor about TikTok.
Actually, Shelly, I want to shout Shelly out because I saw her live yesterday and I thought it was genius. I can't remember exactly, but the hook was something like why I decided to start a paparazzi boutique instead of become a nurse, which I thought that's like a bit controversial because a nurse is like a secure, steady, respectful job versus like paparazzi, which people might not really know about. But I listened for a second. She was talking about the business model and just sounded super smart. So I love that from Shelly.
Good job, Shelly. That's awesome. Roxanne, yours is the best. I picked pickles as my topic. Good job, Lindsay. That's cool. I don't like pizza. That's huge, Kim. Did you post that, Kim? Like, I don't like pizza, because you're going to get a lot of pizza lovers talking about how you're wrong. That's really funny. I think food, like Roxanne said, is totally very safe. Stick with food. I would do one of those every week. Like, I think I'm going to do one of those every week or more. Anyway, any more wins besides the dare? Win.
I had a great win. For me personally, we got an email or a tag from Facebook, and our reach has grown 197% in the last 7 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is mind-blowing.
That's an crazy, that percentage doesn't even exist. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like, wow. So, and that's just in the last 7 days. So it's just the constant posting, and I post on our business page, I post on our personal pages. I go in and I don't always just post to a friend's profile kind of thing. So I'll actually go to each profile and share things there rather than tagging from my page to the other pages. And I'll go to Holly's page and do the same thing. And I go to, and it's just, so I'm not kind of operating 3 pages right now, but keeping it straight's been fun. But we're growing. And last night on our live, we only had 5 people there, but for us, that was great because all 5 people stayed for the entire live. It wasn't people jumping on and leaving in 2 minutes like we see a lot of times. We constantly had 5 people there the whole time. And so that was great. It's showing our reach is getting out there. We're expanding out there and more people are starting to come in. So.
Yay, Bill. That's so awesome. I think this social media run really is working.
And we had our first sale last night on our website.
Yay! Huge win. Huge.
5 pieces on our premier site.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so cool. Money white sleep. That's cool. Any other wins? Lindsay, you have over 700 followers on your business page. Wow. And Kim had a new recruit. Yay, Kim. I wrote one. If your husband or boyfriend told you to delete your social media, would you? Oh, Melissa, did that blow up? I bet that blew up. That's amazing. Hey guys, that's so good. It's good to celebrate your wins. I think that's really important. And I think that's why that's just one of those 5 C's, right? Is celebrate. It's good to look and see what you've done. Because if you've only looked at the negative, then that sucks. So always pat yourself on the back for these good things that you're doing. That's cool. Melissa did it. I bet it did. Cool. All right. Kaylee, are we ready for some training? Yeah, we're good. Okay. She's like, yeah. Okay, shut up, Suze. Go. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. So Fraser was on fire. He got on there and he's like, I got the best hack. And I'm like, okay, it's probably something I've already heard, whatever. Guess what? I've never heard this before in my life and it's insane. Can I share my screen at some point, Kaylee? I don't know. I probably can. If not, I'll try really hard to explain how this works. I went and tried it, and so I can explain it. Okay. He says no one in the world do it.
I made you the co-host, so you should be able to.
Okay. At some time, I will show you my screen and I'll show you how to do it. But let me just tell you what it is first. But before I did that, he did talk about the feather brick truck philosophy. If you not know what that is, please go Google that. I've heard this before. And just real quick, let me just tell you what that is. If I have just a minute of that, is if you just keep brushing off that feather and kind of avoiding things and not facing a few things or doing these challenges and you're just brushing it off like it's a feather, that feather's going to turn into a brick and it's going to hit your face. And then that's going to turn into a truck and roll you over. So it's just this build. If you just keep putting things off, it's no good, because then it's just going to build and build. And then you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to be never mind. And you're going to quit the social media run, quit your business, quit something. So it might feel easy to brush off that feather and just kind of be talk yourself out of it. He talks a lot about how we're just going to convince ourselves to not do the dares. We're already going to negotiate not to do it. He talks a lot about that, how as soon as he gives a dare, he's a lot of you are already going to be no, I can't do that. Don't do that, because that is going to turn into a brick in your face and you don't want a brick in your face. So what he said is take that feather, set it down and look at it. So if you're going to avoid something or set it for later, make sure you just set that feather down and be face it right then. You might need to reschedule and do it later, but face it. Don't just throw it away. Cool. Okay. Anyway, he talked about that. It was super cool. Anyway, hack time. Okay. This is an Instagram hack. And at first I was I'm not on Instagram very much. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to feel this way, but do it anyway. Okay, guys, just do it anyway. Even if you have 2 followers on Instagram, doesn't matter. You can share that video later to Facebook. So do this. Okay. So it's a marketing hack. Some of you might think that it's dishonest, but it's not I don't think it was. And I'm a super honest person. So when he kind of prefaced, some of you might think it's dishonest. And I was like, oh no, I got a little nervous, but it totally isn't. Okay. It's just marketing, and it's just in the long term is going to help your business. It's really cool. It's just leveraging your Instagram live and the question box. I don't know if you guys have used the question box on your stories. This is what we're going to talk about. So you go to your Instagram page. Can I share my screen now? I'm just going to do it because I'm going to run out of time. How do I share screen? Okay. Start broadcast. Did I do it? Okay.
Oh, yep.
You guys see me? Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay, you're all good? Following me? So you go to Instagram. Oh, I already did. Ooh, close. So here's my Instagram. Okay, we're following me. Let me know if I'm doing it wrong. You go to create a new, nope, you don't want a new post. I always forget how to do this. Go here. Okay, go to your little profile and then go to your stories. Okay, here's my stories. See, I already did it, this pink bubble, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So remember how he taught us where you like go to your camera, you take a picture, doesn't matter what it is, and then you cover it up, right? You go to draw, you pick your color. I always do paparazzi pink because it's my brand. Hold it down, and I just covered up my picture, right? Done. Now you go to the sticker. You grab a question, okay? And then you're going to type a question. But here's the hack, guys. Oh, there's so much. Okay, Kaylee, I know I'm probably going in the wrong order.
No, I think you're good so far. Yeah.
Okay. So then you're going to write a question. You're going to write a question about your business, your company, the product, jewelry, something that's going to like get eyes on you about, to help you grow in your business, right? Or your niche, it could be nichey, and that's fine. Just something. But really, you want to think about questions that you want people to ask you. Okay. So if you aren't getting the questions asked, like if people aren't asking you, how do I sign up for paparazzi? How do I make money doing paparazzi? How do I organize my jewelry? Whatever the questions you want to be asked, maybe you need to form your question about that. So it's like, ask me a question. So you write in there, ask me anything about network marketing. Ask me anything about my business, paparazzi. Ask me anything about how to organize my jewelry. Ask me anything of how to make money doing paparazzi. Those are the examples I'm giving you about paparazzi. His examples were the network marketing thing, right? Ask me anything about what's the best network marketing? What book is the best network marketing book? Well, ask me anything or something like that, or ask me
the best network marketing podcast.
Yeah, he also said the podcast things. Yeah. So whatever your niche is, or okay, about paparazzi, right? You're going to write it in this question right here. Ask me anything, blah, 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 right? And then you're going to push done, and then you're going to post this. But I already did it, so let me just go back and discard, okay? So ask me anything. That's what it says. Okay. I already did it. It's right here. I said, ask me anything about my business, Happy Mama Jewelry. So now, what if you don't get people to ask you? It doesn't matter, because you can answer that question and it doesn't show that it's you answering. This is where the part that's kind of like, oh, is that dishonest, or I'm answering my own question? No, it's getting your information out there. So you can answer your own question. Okay, that blew my mind, because for real, guys, I have someone on my Instagram, and she had all this, ask me a question about this. She did this, but she's not in network marketing. And a lot of people were asking her questions. I don't think it was her. I mean, I don't think it was people. I think it was her answering her own questions. For asking her questions, right? Am I making sense? Roxanne, am I making sense? So you can answer your own question, okay? So how you do that is you need to go back to your stories. And if I go to my stories, I can answer right here. Ask me anything. how do I make money doing what you do? Okay. I'm just going to send it to myself. Okay. I just sent myself an answer to my own question. I hope you guys are following this. I know it's a little confusing. Okay. So then I can go back. And then if I go make another story, and if I would go live right now, because you can go live on your stories, right? If I decided to go live right now, it turns into a Q&A live instead of a regular live. I didn't even know that existed. So the little live button up here doesn't say live. It turns green, right? Was it Kaylee? Was it green?
It's
and it
purple.
said purple, whatever. Okay, sorry.
You're
Purple.
good.
And then it says Q&A. And those get more engagements and show up on people's feeds more than just normal stories. Lives and Q&As show up before normal picture stories. And if you've asked your own questions, if you answered it yourself, right? You're asking your own questions to yourself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't show up that it's you. And you can just answer those and be like, okay, I've been asked a lot about this question. I'm going to answer all your questions. Isn't that crazy? Okay. I haven't gone that far to go live, but when you go live, it'll have a question box down here. I would do it, but I think it'll like freak out my people on Instagram. But if I go live right now, like it shows right here, there's a question box at the bottom that you push, and those questions that you wrote yourself pop up. And then you click one and you answer it. Then you click the next one and you answer it. Has anyone ever done this? I've never heard of this before in my life. So does that make sense? Kaylee, did I do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you explained it perfectly. That made sense to me.
Okay. So
Yeah.
wait.
Super, super cool.
All right. So that's the dare. I'm just going to reiterate kind of just step by step what he wants you to do. You're going to post a question box. Remember, take that picture, cover it up in a color, post a question box. You don't need to put music with it. You don't have to have other stickers. Doesn't matter. Post a question box. And then ask me anything about blah, 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 whatever you want to do. Ask me anything about jewelry. Ask me anything about whatever you guys want to do. I would keep it businessy, but that's me because I'm really business like crazy. And then go and answer it. Go and ask those 3 questions that you want people to know about, right? Like I just said, how do I make money doing what you do? How can I get started? How can I sell with only a little tiny inventory? I get that. I get those questions a lot. And then just go live answering them on your stories. Oh, hey guys, I got some questions of the things that I just posted and I want to answer those for you. You're just getting the information out there. So I kept asking Fraser. Finally somebody answered me, and I guess you can't do this on Facebook. Though I'm going to go do some investigation and see if you really can. So, but the thing you can do on Facebook is go live on Facebook and say, hey, I just answered a bunch of questions from, a bunch of questions that I've been asked. You've been asked because you just asked yourself. On Instagram, go over there and check it out. Or you can actually save that story live and post it places. Any questions? Was that clear?
Oh, Robin has her hand up.
Oh, good. I can't see people. I'm not swiped. Robin, tell me.
Okay, so how do you cover up your picture with a color?
Okay, I'll do that again. Nope, that's not what I'm doing. So, okay, share. Okay, let me share my screen one more time. Cool. Yes. Starting. Okay. Is it good? Am I shared?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Instagram. Story. Okay. And then just take a picture, right? Go up here to the 3 dots. I clicked the 3 dots. Do you see the 3 dots in the upper right? Click the 3 dots. Click draw. Pick a color. Hold down. No one will ever see that picture. No, ever. You've covered it up, but it posts like a picture on your stories. So it's like you've posted a picture. So whatever engagement that gives you, it's like you've posted a picture of yourself, but no one ever sees it. You just covered it up. Does that make sense, Robin?
Yes, perfect. I totally get it. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Isn't that mind blowing? These little hacks.
So you could even do questions that one time that's not about paparazzi to
Yep.
get them following you.
Oh, absolutely. Find your niche, right? Find the people that you want in your circle. He
Like-
said, pick a day. He called it Sunday night Q&A. You can pick any day of the week and do like a Q&A. Go and just write yourself a bunch of questions and be like, okay, guys, I'm answering your questions today. I got like 7 questions here, so let's get going. And then just answer those questions. It turns into a Q&A. And all of a sudden, Instagram thinks you're awesome because you're now doing a Q&A because they think you're important because people ask you questions. But it never once tells you, it doesn't tell the world that you're asking yourself questions. It's anonymous.
Well, cheers to you, Suze.
Oh, I love a zero.
Oh,
That's awesome. I have some in my fridge right now. Have you tried the strawberry and cream? It's so good.
what?
So, yeah, there's a strawberry and cream flavor.
Strawberries and cream?
Strawberries and cream.
It tastes like strawberries and cream. It's so good.
Okay. I gotta go get one.
Yeah. He says do this like
It's
once
pretty
a
good.
week. It's really good. He says you could totally do this once a week. You could switch it up and do businessy. You could do something that's just like your niche. Like I have a puppy. I could be like, ask me anything about raising a puppy. I don't know. I don't know much about that. So I guess I probably wouldn't do that. I suck. But just like things like that gets people have your eyes on you and do these Q&As. I think it's blowing my mind. Oh, new releases. Oh, my phone's going nuts. Okay. Any other questions? I hope I answered that okay.
Yeah, Susie, you did awesome. I think you explained it really, really well.
I have a
Yes.
question.
It's a little confusing.
So when you're live, is this live just showing up in stories or it's showing up on Instagram, like on your feed?
He said live in stories, but when I looked on there, I'm not sure how to do that unless you hold down your button on stories and it's recording. Right, Kaylee? I didn't understand exactly that
Well-
part of it.
Yeah, I think just when you are live, it will show at the beginning of when you're looking at people's stories, they have all like their circle profile pictures. You will
Mhm.
just be at the front and it will say that you're live.
Yeah.
So,
So
So
like
typically
right
if you're live like in your regular news feed or whatever, it shows up there in stories too. So probably it will show up both places.
yes. Okay, so I just tried to do, it must just be a live, even though he kept saying, go live in your stories. I guess I don't know what that actually means.
Well, I'm wondering if going live in your stories is what pulls up the Q&A option. Because otherwise I'm trying to figure out how Instagram would know that you are going live to answer those questions. So it must have to be connected to something in
does.
stories.
You have to be in your stories because
Yeah.
then, because you've asked those questions that day, they pull up with it. And I wonder if it expires, like when, how.
Yeah, that's what I
stories-
was going to ask next. So it has to be same
He
day,
never said
maybe.
that. It must be the same day because he never said like, oh yeah, it expires, but they do just show up on the separate
Well,
live.
your question story would expire in 24 hours. So you probably just have to do it before that question
That's
story
true.
expires, I would think.
Yes, exactly. But then down here, when I'm like creating something, it says post, story, reel, or live. Live.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that's
what
just a
I'm saying?
regular live. Yeah. Mhm.
So that part is kind of confusing. I'm gonna play
We'll
around with
figure it out. Yeah,
We will.
it'll be good.
It'll be good.
We'll
Thanks,
report
Suze.
back tomorrow.
Yeah. Report back. I hope it works. I'm gonna do it. If I figure out if it's like somehow in going live in the stories versus a live, then I'll let you guys know. But
So answer the questions, like on the question, we answer them, or we don't answer it. We wait and answer it when we go live.
No, you answer them. No. You need to go to your stories. Go to your stories and actually type them in, because then they show up when you go live.
Okay.
And you can click on them because there's a little question bubble down here, and you click on that and the questions pop up, and you click on the question and then it pops up, and then that's when it turns into a Q&A.
Okay.
I know it's
I don't know.
confusing. Sorry, I'm trying. That one, it was really kind of weird. He went really fast. So I might go watch it and then try it. Oh,
You're good. Thank you.
cool. All right, guys. Yeah, new releases, 2 minutes. Woo!
Okay, bye.
All right, love you guys. Bye.